Welcome to this beautiful self-soothing therapeutic hand massage. So before we start, you may want to just make sure you've got a lovely large cushion, even a pillow will do, so that you can lay it on your lap and take it right up to your elbows. So your elbows are fully supported, because that means that your shoulders can then just release and let go. And you may want to get yourself hand cream. You don't have to use hand cream. If you want, then get yourself some hand cream. And then if you're using hand cream, get a cloth to protect your cushion or pillow. Wonderful. And the other thing you might want to do is take off any jewellery that you can take off easily. Again, you don't have to, but it can be easier just to do it without any jewellery or watch on. Because we're going to work, if possible, we're going to work from the forearms down all the way to the fingers and then come back up on both hands. Lovely. So, before we start, we're just going to take a moment to fully ground ourselves so that we can become fully present with ourselves. So I invite you just maybe to put one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart and just take in a couple of beautiful, deep, gentle breaths, which can be just to nourish yourself for yourself. So just breathing in and breathing out. And as you breathe in, see if you can really fill your belly up with that beautiful fresh air, cleansing all our cells. And as we breathe out, we can just start to leave all our worries and all our to-do lists on the other side of that door, because the next 20 minutes is just for you. Nowhere to go and nothing else to do. So just breathing in again. And as you breathe out, just allow everything, all the tensions, just to soften, dissolve, relax, and release away. So we're just going to do one more. Breathing in. And really dropping down into your body. Lovely. Oh, that feels good already. So now we're going to get our cushion and make sure we're really comfy and warm enough. Rolling our sleeves up. And then we're going to start spreading some cream onto our forearms. So if you get some cream, what you want to do is make kind of a C shape with your hands, and you're just going to, well, first of all, you're just going to rub the cream up and down over your arm. And then, as you can see, when you do massage, you want to really mould your hands around what you're working on, so there's no space between the skin and the contact's really close. And just really feel how nice that feels to just connect in with yourself. And then we're just going to give ourselves some little kind of hugs and squeezes. So making that C shape, you're just going to go from the outer arm, you're just going to hold it in a C like a hug and then give it a little squeeze. So squeeze in and then release. And squeeze in and release, just moving down the forearm, saying hello to it. Squeezing, releasing, squeezing, releasing, squeezing, releasing. And then we're going to do it on the other side. Squeeze, release, squeeze, release. Release, squeeze, release. So in massage we always work from the heart down towards the extremities to start. Taking blood to the extremities and warming them up. There we go. Now I'm just going to get a little bit more cream. And we're just going to start warming up our beautiful palms. So first of all, just start spreading the cream in the palms. You want to make a little curved shape. So spread them with your fingers, and then as it gets warmer, you can start to go in with the heel of your hand and really give it a good old warm up. And then with your knuckles, you can scrub. Oh, scrub into those palms. These hands do so much for us all day. Just think of even what they've just done for you today, what they've picked up, put down, turned. They're constantly working for us. And they get very little in return. So we're going to give it to them now. So lovely scrubbing. And then what you might want to do is just glide with the flats, your fingers, and then turn over onto the points of your knuckles and press down really deep. Don't do this if you've got arthritis or any pains in your hands. But if you haven't, then this can feel really nice. And it's surprising how good it feels to really push hard and dig deep in to all those parts. There we go. After we've done that, it can be nice just to stretch it out. So again, don't do this if it hurts, but if it doesn't hurt, there's a hair, go away, there we go. You just want to put your fingers in and then draw it back, and then just with your thumb, just go up and down, stretching it out. Just repeat. And from there, just going to go with your thumb, just say hello to all the fleshy parts at the base of your fingers. Going round and round. Sometimes you can find mine's a little bit sore there, so I'll just give it a bit more attention there. Feels good. It's just really exploring. And then what can be quite nice is just get your fingers and just go feather light. Just really, really, maybe just close your eyes and just feel the contours of your palm. And then we're just going to get our thumb, and we're just going to do a bit like round and round the garden. Do you remember that nursery rhyme from when you were little, round and round the garden like a teddy bear? So we're just going to do circles round and round the palm, in the inner part of the palm, and then we're going to make it lighter and lighter. So it's feather light, and then we're just going to spiral off down towards the fingers. So we're going to spiral with our thumb all the way up to the top of the little finger. Then with the thumb and the finger on either side, we're going to glide back down to the base, hit that webbing because that feels lovely, spiral up, glide down, and then we're going to pull off. So you can either just literally curl your thumb and your fingers and pull like that, or I like making, this hair really doesn't want to leave me, there we go. I like making a scissor shape and making a pair of scissors with my fingers, putting it right into the webbing, curling it round, squeezing tight and pulling off. And then we're going to do the next one. So we spiral over the tops of the fingers, we glide down the sides, we spiral over the tops, we glide down the sides, we scissor, and we pull. So we're just going to repeat that on all the fingers, gliding down, spiraling up, gliding down, and pull. And our next finger. And each finger has an incredible 3,000 touch receptors on it. So we want to hit every single one of those touch receptors and say thank you to them. And then the thumb. The thumb's always a bit of a difficult one to do because of the angle, but just do the best you can, spiralling, gliding, scissoring, pulling. Then just give a little sandwich, just lay one hand into the other. Just taking another of those lovely grounding breaths. Come back fully present to yourself. Turn your hand over and we're going to repeat. So from the base of the thumb, spiraling up to the tip of the finger, right to the tops, gliding down the sides, spiraling up, gliding down, scissor, curl, pull. Spiral up, glide down, spiral up, glide down, scissor, curl, pull. And it's good to work really round the joint areas as well, because what the body does, if the body's got too many toxins, it sends them to the furthest extremities so that they're far away from the organs, and then it kind of stores them in our joints. So we work around our joints, we can help remove the toxins from those areas and take them back into the lymph system. There we are, where they get cleaned and removed. So we're just going to do that on all of them. Wonderful, and one more. There we go. And then what can be nice is just to do some passive movements. So we're just going to rotate each finger 3 times one way, 3 times another way. So just really relax your fingers and see if you can move your fingers rather than your fingers moving you. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Lovely. And we're just going to glide up. You can put your thumb underneath and just glide up, stroking the tops of those hands that get, where the skin gets so paper thin as we get older. Then we're just going to say hello to our wrists. So we're just going to warm our wrists. So you can just do like a figure of 8 with your thumb around the bones. Warm it up at the sides, behind. Give it a good rub. And when it's really nice and warm, again, it's nice to do some passive movements. So just using your thumb and finger, just flop it around a bit. Flip, flop, flip, flop, flip. And that can feel really nice and releasing. And then again, you can just turn it one way and turn it the other way, keeping it nice and flexible for us. So it can continue to do all the wonderful things it does for us, our hands. Then we're just going to cream back up the arms. So lovely. This time the pressure's on the going back up towards the heart. We're taking blood and lymph back up now. And then we've just got those hugs and squeezes. So with that lovely caring sea, we're just going to close in and just squeeze and release. Squeeze, release, squeeze, release. Come down and we'll do it again. There. Lovely. And just do the other side too. Oh, starting from the bottom, sorry. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Wonderful. Now, that's one beautiful hand and arm done. So now we're going to get the cream and we're going to start again. So now working on your other arm and hand, turning it over so the palm's facing up. Get yourself some cream if you're using it. If you haven't got any cream, and start just spreading it around. If you haven't got any cream, then you can always use olive oil, avocado oil, coconut oil, sunflower oil. They're all fine to use. So just spreading the cream. And then we're going from the tops now. So from the elbow joint, from the crease there, we're just going to squeeze and glide, squeeze and glide, squeeze and glide, all the way down to the hand. Glide back up, and we're just going to do it again. Lovely. We're just going to do the other side as best we can. And it's nice to do it with the breath. And as you release it, you can release your breath. So breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out, and really slowing that down. Then we're going to start creaming into our palms. So warming it up with our fingers. And then when it feels nice and warm, then we start using the heel of our hands. There we go. And then we can give it a good old knuckle. So it's really scrubbing around, saying hello to it all. And then if it doesn't hurt, you can do the knuckle glide. So sliding on the flats, turning over. And then when you're fully supported, letting your shoulders go, just pushing down as hard as you can. Just gliding and pushing. Gliding. So you're always static on the push. So you glide to move it, and then you just do a static push down. Lovely. And then thread your fingers through, and you can give it a lovely stretch back if that feels nice. And then just kind of doing this. Opening it up. Really opening it up. The hands actually store quite a lot of tension, so it's a lovely place just to work and release all that tension and let it all flow down and out and through. So after you've done that, then you just go round. Sometimes you can find little crystals, and if you do, then they're like little crunchy bits, and if you ever do find one, then all you need to do is just stay still, just press in on it, and then just give a small rotation, and it will just dissolve away. And it's just uric acid, crystals which can form at the end of nerve endings. Lovely. So just going round, nice and deep. And then just with your fingers, again, just taking time just to really just feel, closing your eyes and just feeling that gentle touch that you're giving yourself, the contours, the shape of your hand. And just giving some appreciation and some thanks for all it does for us. And then just with your thumb, doing that round and round the garden, spiraling, and then moving that spiral off, coming to a little finger. We're just going to spiral all the way from the base of the little finger to the tip of the little finger. We're going to glide back down to the base, touching the webbing. We're going to spiral over the top. We're going to glide down, and then you can either literally just curl it and pull like that, or I like to make the scissors. So I make a pair of scissors, push it in right to the webbing, curl it round, and then I pull and squeeze. So we'll do the next one. There's a lovely quote that says, "The best helping hands that you'll ever receive are the ones at the end of your arm." So we must look after them. Pull. Lovely. Just going up the finger, down, up, down, pull, One more. Getting all those touch receptors. And down. And pull. And then a thumb. Down. There we go. Just take a moment, just sandwich your hands, just take a moment, have a breath. Feel into your body, ground yourself again. Become fully present with yourself. And turn it over. And we're just going to do the tops. We're almost there. The tops of the thumbs down, scissor, pull. Fingers, the nails, right down to the webbing, spiral. Can feel so good. Scissor, pull. Our hands are truly amazing. They have 27 ligaments, 27 joints. Over 30 muscles just in the forearm and the palms. Go down. The range of movement they do is just phenomenal. It's going up, down, up, down, squeeze and off. One more, up, down, up, down, squeeze and off. Then we'll just do those passive rotations, 3 one way, 3 the other way, picking them up. Just try and see if we can relax them as much as possible. It's quite interesting to see how they move, which ones move better and which ones are a bit more sticky and stuck. Lovely. Then just put your thumb behind. We're just going to smooth up over the top of the hands. You might want to glide with your fingers between the bones, just draining up towards the lymph nodes. Then we're just going to warm the wrists. Lovely figures of 8s around the bones or circles. Giving it a lovely rub at the back and just really making it warm. Don't want to forget it. And then picking it up and just with your thumb and your finger behind, just giving it some movement. I like this bit so it's all floppy. Flip, flop, flop, flip, flop, flip, flop. There we go, making sure. And then moving it one way, circling around, circling it the other way. Fantastic. Then we're just going to go up the arms, taking blood back to the heart. We're coming back home. So just creaming up. If you did need more cream, this cream's really good. You don't need much of it. So going up the arms. And then we're just going to make those caring C's and just give those huggy squeezes. So we start now from the wrist point. So just in and out. In and out. Just moving it up. You can normally do 3 or 4. Up to the elbow joint. Just breathing in and breathing out. One more, I think. Then if you can get to the other side, just doing the same. In and out. Coming back down. There we go. So we're nearly done. So now, maybe just taking hold of both your arms together and just gliding down gently, smoothly, lovingly. Coming slowly, slowly, slowly off. And give them a little shake. And have another breath. And give yourself a big thank you. Thank yourself for giving yourself and allowing yourself to give yourself this beautiful time to really nurture and nourish yourself. And just know that as you calm and soothe your nervous system, so you then, through co-regulation, will have the silent ability to calm and soothe another. And that's where our power is. So thank you. I hope you do many more beautiful hand massages or give yourself many more gifts of self-care and self-nourishment. Go gently.